there is a contradiction that I have been sitting with. I believe that stability was the right choice. I believe foundation actually mattered. I believe that my presence mattered. I believe that my family matters. I believe that having a job, keeping a rhythm, building a life that I can stand on actually matters. But even with all that being true, sometimes I still feel left behind. And that's actually hard to say out loud because it can sound ungrateful. It can sound like regret. It can sound like me questioning the life that I chose. But that's actually not what I mean. I'm not saying I chose wrong. I'm saying choosing right did not remove the feeling that time kept moving. And that's the tension. Stability was the right choice. So why do I still feel left behind? When I say left behind, I'm not only talking about age. I'm not only talking about views. I'm not only talking about money. I'm talking about the feeling that others seem to be moving faster. Faster in business, faster in creativity, faster in platforms, faster in opportunities, faster with attention, faster with the kind of freedom that lets the person throw everything at one thing. I know I don't see the full story. I know that I don't know what somebody else paid to get where they are, but I also know how I feel sometimes. I feel the cost of moving with responsibility. I feel the cost of building with limits. I feel the cost of trying to grow inside of a life that already has people depending on me. That doesn't make the life bad. And what did stability cost? It cost speed, scale, the ability to throw 100% of myself at one dream, the ability to move like someone with no dependence. No calendar, no bedtime routines, no practices, no bills stacked on top of bills. However, I think most of us got that. I do think about that version of myself. I think of the version with a blank calendar, the version of me who could chase one thing all day. No pickups, no practices, no household rhythms to protect, no one needing me in 5 different directions. It sounds like I'm getting upset, right? But even that thought isn't completely honest, because I actually don't know what I would have done with that type of freedom. It's easy to look backwards and imagine that the single version of myself would have been disciplined. Most likely not, or focused, or fully committed. But maybe he wouldn't have been. Maybe the same responsibility that slowed me down also shaped the version of me who can now build. That's the contradiction. Stability cost me speed, but it also gave me weight. It gave me perspective. It gave me something real to protect. That matters because I do not want to romanticize a life that I did not live. I can imagine the freedom, but I also have to be honest about what stability actually gave me. It gave me structure. It gave me responsibility. It gave me a reason to grow up. It gave me people who needed me to become more than potential. It gave me pressure, but it also gave me purpose. It made me think about that time differently. It made me think about discipline differently. It made me think about what it means to build something without abandoning what already matters. So no, I don't regret the order, presence first, foundation first, family first, but I can still tell the truth. Choosing the right thing did not remove the feeling of being behind. I think that part of the problem is that I wanted sprinter feedback from a marathon structure. Bars. And that's just not realistic. But I want it to be realistic. That line explains a lot for me because my life has not been built for quick movement. It has been built around endurance, work, kids, schedules, responsibilities, weekly uploads, small windows, long-term consistency. That is not a sprint structure. That is a marathon structure. But inside that marathon, I still wanted sprinter feedback, quick confirmation, quick movement, quick proof that the effort was still working. I wanted quick signs that the work was traveling. And when that did not happen, it was easy to wonder if something was wrong. Maybe I was late. Maybe I missed the window. Maybe the work was not clear enough. Maybe the platform did not know what to do with me. Maybe I should be further by now. Those questions are real. But maybe the issue is not that the work has no value. Maybe the issue is that I was expecting fast feedback from something that always was going to require a longer timeline. And that is what this season is teaching me. It is to be careful with pressure because pressure is not automatically bad. Pressure can sharpen me. Pressure can help me stop drifting. Pressure can force a better system. Pressure can make me ask better questions. But uncontrolled pressure can turn into resentment. It can make me look at my responsibilities like they're my enemy. It can make me compare my pace to someone running a completely different race. It can make me forget the life that I was trying to protect. I do not want that. So I'm trying to use controlled pressure, not panic, not self-hate, not guilt, not pretending I have unlimited bandwidth. Controlled pressure, a better use of my windows that I actually have. Like a better system, a clearer lane, a stronger way to explain what I have been building. That is a part of why this YouTube extension exists. Not to escape my life, to expand inside of it. And I need to say this clearly. The goal is not to abandon the foundation. The goal is not to resent the order. The goal is not to act like fatherhood, my work, and my responsibilities are things that ruin my creative life. That's not it. They didn't. They shaped it. They constrained it. They slowed it down in some ways, but it also gave me meaning. This whole channel is built from that tension. I crossed into my 40s. The demands of my life is what they are, and they probably are what they are for you too. You know, we made these choices. I still have work to do. I still have to support, shape, and mold my children. I still have responsibilities. And after all that, I still desire to build something of my own. That is not a contradiction that I'm trying to erase. That is the life I'm trying to build inside of it. So when I feel left behind now, I'm trying not to treat that feeling like proof that I chose wrong. I'm treating it as a signal and not a signal to abandon my life. Not a signal to resent my responsibilities. Not a signal to burn myself out trying to catch up to people who are running a completely different race. A signal that says, I still want more. I still have another level in me. I still care about building something that can stand on its own. But the move is not guilt. The move is not self-hate. The move is not pretending that I have unlimited bandwidth. The move is controlled pressure. Because stability was the right choice, but that does not mean that I'm done becoming. A weight lifted off. Listen, if you found this helpful, great. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you feel like this message wasn't for you, and you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that you feel like this is better geared towards, send it to them. I'd appreciate that. And I'm gonna keep talking about the thoughts that are in my head because I believe that they belong out here. With that being said, please take a look at what is queued up next. These drop every Thursday. I will see you next Thursday.